Welcome to Tracy Aaron Talks, where functional medicine meets personal development. You want to be living your best life, but the overwhelming amount of health information out there is confusing, and the way you think about yourself is keeping you stuck. You know you are meant for more. As a women's health specialist, my aim is to simplify and equip you with the tools you need to be beautifully balanced from the inside out. Welcome to Tracy Aaron Talks, the show where we get real about women's health and making the most out of our body's natural rhythms. So I am your host, Tracy Aaron, and today, if you are feeling like you're on a hormonal roller coaster on overdrive, today's episode is one that you do not want to miss. I'm going to be diving deep into the power of natural sunlight and why a simple free dose of morning sun can be a game changer for your hormones and overall health. I know it sounds too good to be true. Hang with me. I promise you it's not. So you may be thinking, sunlight for my hormones? What does that have to do with anything? Morning sunlight is one of nature's best gifts for our health, and yet it's often overlooked. Here's the deal. Our bodies have this inner clock called the circadian rhythm, a 24-hour cycle that regulates everything from sleep to mood, metabolism, and yes, even our hormones. So when our circadian rhythm is thrown off, which is often the case with artificial lighting, odd meal times, constant screen exposure, our hormones can easily follow suit. And then guess what? That's when the mood swings, the low energy, and the other hormone related issues can show themselves, and our bodies begin to feel like they're spiraling. So here's a little bit of the science, but don't worry, I'll keep it simple. When morning sunlight hits your eyes, this is what happens, this is the process. It signals your brain to lower melatonin, which is that sleep hormone, and ramp up serotonin, that feel-good hormone. So later, your body will convert some of that serotonin into melatonin to help you sleep at night, which is pretty cool, right? So this little cycle is vital for keeping hormones like cortisol and melatonin on track. Without that morning sunlight, the cycle can get disrupted, which ends up leading to poor sleep and a host of mood, energy, hormonal issues. So basically, if our bodies don't know what time it is, our hormones are getting confused too. So let's talk about cortisol, because this is at the very top of the hormone hierarchy method that I teach in the Balanced Hormone Solution, which is my 90-day program to balance your hormones. So that cortisol, yes, that's the infamous stress hormone. And we want cortisol to be high in the morning and gradually decrease throughout the day. So morning sunlight helps naturally spike cortisol in a healthy way. It gives you that energy boost you need to get out of bed, to tackle your day, to get your to-do list in order. Without that morning sunlight, though, cortisol could peak later in the day, which messes everything up, puts everything in a delayed cycle, and it can impact things like our mood and our blood sugar levels throughout the day, even our weight. So here's the thing. I know, life is busy between maybe getting your kids ready or grabbing coffee, getting out the door. So taking an extra 10 minutes, it might feel like it is just one more thing on that to-do list. But here's how easy it can be. So number 2, go ahead and wake up and grab that coffee, but step outside. Step outside with that coffee and take the morning cup of joe out to the porch or balcony. Even 5 to 10 minutes is enough to signal to your brain that it's morning time. You want that cortisol to rise and that melatonin to begin to decrease, and getting sunlight first thing in the morning is really powerful. Super impactful. Put that phone away. Make the first light that you see in the morning sunlight and not artificial blue light from your phone. Number 2, get out on a morning walk. This is my favorite health hack. If you're feeling up for it, a quick morning walk can be amazing, because not only is it movement plus sunlight, which creates the best combo for your mood and energy boost, but it helps balance your blood sugar. It sets you off for the rest of the day with balanced hormones because you've started your day with movement and sunlight, the two most powerful things to balance your hormones. How about number 3? park further away. So if you're heading out wherever you need to be, park a little further from where you need to be so you can walk in the sun for a couple more minutes. These little bursts of natural sun exposure add up. Now, I can almost hear the grumbling or the objections coming in like, okay, but I live somewhere cloudy, or I don't have that kind of time in the morning. And I totally get it. But here's the thing, even on cloudy days, getting outside for some natural light exposure can still make a difference. The rays that you're looking for don't need to be coming through a clear blue sky. They even make an impact through clouds. So, for those who struggle to get out in the morning, how about a light therapy box for a quick boost indoors? This is a very powerful tool that people can invest in, especially in places like the Pacific Northwest, where there can be gloomy days all winter long for months on end, and you're not getting that natural sunlight. You need sometimes that light box to shift your mood. But for women over 35, hormonal balance can feel like a never-ending struggle. And how do you know what the right thing is to invest in and what needs to be put on the want list, but not necessarily the need list? And here's the thing about sunlight is it's totally free. You don't have to do anything, make time for it. All you have to do is go outside, and it's best to get natural sunlight on your skin. So, sitting in a sunny window, well, it's good, but it wouldn't be best. It really would be best to be outside, preferably getting sunshine on your extremities. So, this is a very natural way to support your body, and it's completely free. It's like giving your hormones the roadmap that they need to function well all day long. It's providing information input that your hormones can then translate into information out, which helps keep those mood swings, low energy, and stress in check. So when we honor the circadian rhythm, our bodies end up feeling safer and our hormone production gets the memo. Balance is coming. So let me tell you a little story. Not too long ago, I was working with a client named Sarah. And like so many women out there, Sarah was in her 40s and felt like her body was stuck in survival mode. She had all the usual symptoms, things that you can identify with, right? Low energy, that constant irritability, change in mood before her period, month after month after month, and mornings ended up feeling like a complete struggle. Does this sound familiar? Well, Sarah told me she had tried so many things, from supplements to yoga, but she still felt off. And so we started small. I asked her to get 10 minutes of morning sunlight each day. And at first she was skeptical. I mean, how could a bit of sun possibly help when she had tried so many other things and seemingly sophisticated and expensive things? Well, within a couple of weeks, Sarah started noticing changes. She had more energy in the mornings, her mood lifted, and her sleep even improved. So one day she called me and she said, "Listen, Tracy, I don't know if it's the sun or magic, but I'm finally feeling like myself again." And that small, simple shift had such a ripple effect on her body and her hormones, giving her a natural boost and helping her get her energy and mood back on track. So that is why I'm such a big believer in the power of morning sunlight. It may sound simple, but when you think about the science behind it and the stories of women like Sarah, you realize it's not just sunlight. It's like a natural hormone reset button. And like I said, it's completely free. So, to all my listeners out there, morning sunlight is one of those small changes that has a big impact. Don't underestimate the power of stepping outside for a few minutes each morning to set your hormones up for success. In our fast paced world, this is just such a simple and natural way to start feeling a little bit more balanced, energized, and like yourself again. So, thanks for tuning in to this episode of Tracy Aaron Talks. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend who could use some hormone TLC. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Until next time. Get out there, get some morning light, and take care of your amazing body and self. Thank you for joining me today on Tracy Aaron Talks. I hope you found today's episode enriching to your life. If you enjoyed today's content, would you consider subscribing to the podcast and leaving a review? That simple act helps this podcast get into the hands and ears of many more women just like you. Remember, anything you want and do not yet have will require a new set of beliefs, thoughts, actions, and a new you. I am honored to be on this journey with you as we wholeheartedly pursue true health and wellness in mind, body, and soul.